Your Jazz recap here on DJ and PK 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. The Jazz fall to the Bucks on Saturday night, 113-99. Jazz were led by Keontae George, 22 points. Bryce Sensabaugh was 17 coming in off the bench. But Milwaukee gets 27, 9 boards and 8 assists from Giannis, and pull away at the end for the 113-99 victory. Let's get to the postgame sound and Jazz head coach Will Hardy.
A bunch of layups. We missed some open threes, and that's just the way that it goes sometimes. And over the course of 82 games, I anticipate there being a couple of nights where you just don't make any. And tonight was one of those nights, but if you take that piece out, really proud of how the team played.
What stood out about the team's defense as well, whether it was just the movement, the communication, it seemed a little stronger tonight?
Yeah, I thought our team did a really good job of recognizing that our priority was to show a crowd to Giannis. They did a good job of understanding personnel, who we needed to try to close out to and who we need to try to make the ball find a little bit. I think our switching's gotten more physical. For us to hold that team to 7 offensive rebounds, especially when we're playing some smaller lineups, I think we're showing a lot of growth in our physicality around the basket. So, there are certain teams in the league that are more unique than others. This is one of them because of the presence of Giannis. But I thought our team handled themselves well with our physicality.
This might be kind of a big question to ask after a loss, but I'm wondering, even after losses, even on poor shooting nights or whatever the record might be, when you kind of look at your team, bird's eye view, what your thoughts are about potential, about the future, and just how you feel about how things are going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm really excited about where we're going, and I'm really excited about the people that we have in our organization. That's players, staff. I think, when you talk about being a winning organization and building a winning culture, the people are everything. And I think we've done a really good job in terms of the people we've put in our locker room and the people that we've put around them. I enjoy coming to work every day. I'm proud to be a part of this organization. So I think we're all excited about the future and what we're building. And these guys obviously do an incredible job of representing our group and our fan base every night with how they conduct themselves on and off the floor.
Cody's first double-double, what was he able to show tonight?
Yeah, I think the points are fine. Obviously playing smaller, rebounding is a huge thing, and I thought Cody did a great job pursuing the ball tonight. He's got really good instincts. He's got great length. He's a good athlete. Cody is asked to do a lot defensively. He's high on the floor a lot, guarding the ball. And I thought tonight he did a good job of going from those positions back to the free throw line area to try to rebound. There's a lot of long misses in our league with the amount of threes that are taken. And so we need our perimeter players to become great at digging out those 50-50 balls around the free throw line. I thought Cody did a good job tonight.
Where do you think Ace is as a team defender when he's not on ball?
He's doing great. The truth is Ace fouled out because he had to rescue his teammates a few times. And the couple possessions where we didn't do a good job of showing Giannis a crowd high on the floor, when he breaks the free throw line, you're in a bad spot. And Ace did a great job of not giving up dunks. That's just the way it goes sometimes. But I think Ace's recognition of that and understanding that he needed to sort of sacrifice himself in those moments and not just get out of the way and let Giannis dunk it is a great signal of his growth.
That is Jazz head coach Will Hardy. Let's now move on to the players and hear from Cody Williams.
Career double-double. What was working for you tonight?
I think just being aggressive, attacking the floor, and definitely rebounding. I feel like rebounding allowed me to get out in transition. And I feel like that's where I'm best, and especially with how young we are and how athletic, getting out in transition opened up a lot of stuff. So I feel like that's where I was having a lot of success.
Do you feel like you're even more aggressive when it just comes to your ball handling and your confidence dribbling the ball, playmaking, things of that sort, finding people down the court?
Yeah, especially like those minutes where, Key's out and I need to play the one, EJ's not in. I feel a lot more comfortable just initiating actions, getting those guys open. Or even when Key's in the game, when we're on off ball for him, I feel good getting him some looks. So it's just part of my development.
When you have a game like this where your rebounding stands out like this, was this something that you go into every game like, or is this just something that was bound to happen with just how you've been working?
I think it's definitely been the mindset throughout this season, just because I feel like, especially defensive rebounding, me being able to push allows us to open up stuff in transition. So I feel like that's just a big emphasis. And then today, it was just right spot, right time. When you're crashing, you get a lot of boards, but today, I feel like I was definitely more focused on getting those rebounds because our emphasis was to get out in transition and push and run it. So I feel like I did a pretty good job of that.
Will said that there's a difference between playing poorly and just shooting poorly, and felt like you guys played a pretty good game but just shot poorly. What went into just being able to stay into the game and keep it going?
Yeah, I think that's where on the road the challenge is to stay together, which we did a great job of. But I think you said we shot under 50% in the paint, shot 20-something from three, 24. So, being able to stick together and string stops defensively and then get out and run, that's where you get your easy ones, that's where you get your transition, corner threes. You start getting better looks to open stuff up once you get stops on defense. So I feel like that's what allowed us to, stay in the game.
That's Cody Williams. Cody had 13 points and 11 rebounds, his first career double-double, where the Jazz fall to the Bucks 113-99. Jazz back at it tonight at home, taking on Golden State at the Delta Center. Tip-off for that one will be at 7 o'clock. Pre-game coverage begins at 6. Coming up next, more DJ and PK, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.